What's the motherfucking deal? My fault. I threw it way over to the other side. Yes, this is a bit of a last minute plan, but let's go ahead and throw this in here real quick. You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal? No fly zone. Oh shit, excuse me. I got the hiccups. I ate a sandwich all quick. Man, I'm waiting. I want to watch this old press conference action, man. I was gonna wait until afterwards and do a thing, but now they're getting it started, so I wanted to get it while it's live. You know what I'm saying? And so we can all talk about this shit live. You know what I'm saying? Central Texan, what's the motherfucking deal? It's getting started right now. All right, make sure I got everybody that owes some sauce. I owe a bunch of sauce, actually. What's up, everybody? He introing right now. He just basically saying thank you to everybody, and he talking about thank you to the Bills, and you know what I'm saying? He's saying thank you to the McNairs, and looking to bring a winner to the Texans and shit. So, like I said, if y'all watching it, like I said, we're going to talk about this shit together. I want to know how y'all feel, if he sounds confident. Already. Let me see if I can slide that in the mix. Let me see if I can slide it in the mix here. Oh, he played in Maine? Okay. What's the motherfucking deal to everybody? Man, you watch your favorite soccer team. What's the motherfucking deal, everybody? Like I say, he's shouting. He basically running down everything. You know, everybody he want to say thank you to and all that shit. He said what type of players and team he gonna build. Smart, tough, discipline. Will respond to competition. Love to be coached. So, yeah, was it Sweeney, something like that? He used to be a Patriots guy. There they go with that good locker room shit. Team chemistry won't important. There they go talking that shit. Oh yeah, I know you're gonna read off a paper. But at least I like motherfuckers who look up more so than just reading off the paper. We just read straight off that motherfucking paper like a bitch. Let's see if this is so. If we can see it here down in the corner. It started from the bottom, now we here. That's not what I'm looking for right here. Oh shit. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, let me see how we already. You say Landry want big money? Yeah, that's what I think Landry gonna want some big money too, man. I basically just tell you what he's saying. They just asking him some questions, basically. Talking about cap space and flexibility and shit right now. And He said we'll pursue every avenue. Like I said, it just sounds like a bunch of this. It sounds like a bunch of the same old, man. It ain't sounding like that I want to hear. I'm not enthused yet, you know. What's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I saw somebody talking about Landry. Landry gonna want a little change though. He'd be nice, little slot guy. Yep. And talking about depth and shit like that. But but yeah, that's the crazy thing though. It's just that this guy was just here a few months ago now, and now he's back. You know, on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Arturo, what's the motherfucker? Yeah, that's what I heard. Kawhi's out. That's unfortunate, man. I'm talking about building a roster from the back end forward throughout the year. That's the same shit Bill O'Brien used to say about Rick Smith. I wish I could make this dude do what I want him to. You know what I'm saying? But I can't quite get him to act right. That's funny. Talking about waiver wire. I'm talking about a bunch of shit he just talking about. To be honest, I see why GMs don't be talking about motherfuckers are born and shit. Talking about working on the O-line and shit. Appreciate that, man. Just subscribe to the sauce. I'm saying my fault. So like I say, oh man, he said I didn't even see that. My fault, man. Appreciate that love. I was I was fooling with a little thing for the Kush deal because I was gonna say we gonna do a Kush den at 420, depending on how long this shit goes on, you know. Thank you, Eastside here, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, Ray, like I said, we're going to have Wink Wednesday tonight, and we're going to get with Ray tomorrow, so he's going to definitely give some more love splashing on the Stros. Talking about why him and Bill are cool. You know, philosophical alignment. This is what I need to hear. What do you think we would add to the following? I mean, you got to go with that with either bolstering that line or that fucking secondary. That's the most important thing. Adding Sammy Watkins, Graham, stuff like that. That's irrelevant. You know, we got a quarterback who can make plays for guys. Like I said, we made Griffin look good. He made Anderson look. He can make guys look good. We don't have anybody who can make the secondary look good. If you know, we need guys who can make plays. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson. He's a talented person, but he's a better person. But like I say, so I'd look at Truman, Tremaine Johnson. And Truman, Tremaine Johnson, Malcolm Butler type guy, somebody that can bolster it. I'm not saying these guys are going to be world beaters. Just a couple other names you might want to look at. Branch would be an interesting one. Branch is a real interesting one. I wouldn't mind that, but he might want some change. So we have to see, man. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I don't want to look fancy. Like, it would be cool to have Watkins here and have that whole Clemson shit going on. That would be cool, but we got talent as far as receiving talent. Like, we don't really need to worry about skill positions, you know what I'm saying? Or offensive skill positions. Like I say, but I mean, you got to think it's relatively, I wouldn't say too new for him to get on what he wants. I mean, when you get in that bitch, you get hired on, you got to get to work because, you know, like I say, you have a limited amount of time. Every other team is working right now. Okay, talking about the scouting process and shit. It depends. Like I say, it just depends on what we can do in free agency. I'd like to get veteran help in the secondary. Honestly, like, I wouldn't mind if we could pull off a veteran, you know, a veteran on each position. You know what I'm saying? We could get us like a veteran lineman and a veteran secondary player without overpaying for either, but both of them could be upgrades, maybe bring some experience, bring some veteran leadership, some things like that in. Then it would be ideal to me. You know, if you can get a little bit of bolstering in both, even if you can't completely fix one of the units, I'd like to strengthen both of them. You know what I'm saying? and then try to go from there. So you talk about scouting, how to what their effort is, who scouts what and shit like that. So in the interview they talked about players and what he did basically. That's crazy though. 8 to 10 months and then he back. You know what I'm saying? Damn, John McClain always asks some motherfucking questions, man. Yeah, like I said, yeah, we got a bunch of third rounders, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we could finesse our way up back to a second. Don't count on a first round pick though. I'm not. Don't get your hopes high for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'd have to look at that. I can't. Don't let me lie to you on that one. I'm not too familiar with that. As far as collegiate guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not super. I've been looking at a couple of names, looking at a few guys, some guys with some projected third round grades and things like that. Because we're supposed to do that real GM thing on Friday, so I have a couple of names. I'm not trying to drop too much info until we do the real GM situation. So if we can, then I'll talk more about it. I think Lamar Miller has value. I think people would look at the situation, the Texas line situation. You might be able to get something for him. I mean, he's still talented, but he only had three touchdowns last year, 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns. Not a whole lot, and that doesn't look good at all. Because people definitely pay attention to what the stats say. Okay. I'm gonna take another look. I'll take a look at those. Y'all got names that y'all suggest, guys y'all like. I'll take a look at them. You said Anthony Everett. And so he's just talking about, his job experience and, that he's finally been ready. So basically he said he's not going to make a decision without O'Brien. He said he wanted to be a collaborative effort and shit. Man, you trying to give a lot. Like, I'd rather have, honestly, I wouldn't rather come off all them thirds for a first because a first is hit or miss. You got a lot of fucking 50-50 guys, you know what I'm saying? And you may have a chance to hit more so with multiple picks. I mean, it's and not have to pay as much, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we won with the Foreman pick. That was a third round pick. I'm not saying another situation like that's going to occur, but you got to just think about what you're giving up first before you just try to go out and make some crazy deals, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, Foreman will be great. He'll be good. Like I say, which you gotta make sure, you gotta think about what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? How many second round guys have just been that? What kind of player are we trading? You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of things to. All right. So they talking about they got scouts working right now and shit like that. But yeah, honestly, because we saw what our offense did even with that line, man. Even with that line, that shit was still had the most potent offense in the game. So all I'm thinking is, like I say, we don't need world beaters. And I know it's good to say a lot of these big names, bigger name guys. We just need guys that are better than what we have. We don't need the best in the game. I'd rather, outside of Nick Martin. And like I said, I think Manx is cool. I wouldn't, be opposed. I know a lot of people talk about putting him at center and putting Martin at guard. I wouldn't be opposed to that. You know what I'm saying? And then looking at what else you got, if Davenport can develop now, these are hopes. You know what I mean? But these are possibilities also. I don't think we'll have with Davenport a similar situation like we had with Lamb. Everybody was going crazy. Oh, Lamb's going to be the man. He's going to be that dude was complete ass this year. You know what I'm saying? For all the hype and everything, everybody was talking about him coming out of the preseason. I don't think Davenport will be like that. I think he's actually got a better frame. He seems a little bit more athletic. He seems more like a Dwayne Brown build, like a more athletic guy, just a bigger body guy. I think he'll develop as time comes along. But I just rather have guys that are, if we could get 2 or 3 slight upgrades over one position major upgrade, I'd rather have that. Like I said, I'd rather have improvement along the whole line. So there's a couple of things you want to look at and see what you're really getting in value. You know what I mean? But we want to protect Deshaun as best we can. Like I say, the better blocking we get, the better fucking plays you go see. You see, we had a solid O-line. Imagine that 30 points a game could be 40 points a game average. You know what I mean? If he's not having to run for his life and do incredible things. But he's still going to do amazing stuff no matter what. So, yeah. So he's talking about making, talking about projections and shit in the draft and things like that. So it's interesting. Oh yeah, we might fuck around and drop 2. Man, we could easily have a couple of 50-point games next year. You know what I mean? As long as Fuller stays healthy, DeAndre keep doing what he's doing. Now you can get, like I said, DeAndre, Fuller, and Ellington all on the field consistently at the same time, healthy. I like what that brings to the table. So I don't know what Miller's going. I don't know what's going to happen with Miller. I hope they retain the services of Chris Thompson. Not saying as a receiver, but he showed some hands last year actually as a receiver. He made some good plays. We were counting on him more for the special teams aspect, but he actually made a couple of plays late in the season. So, what's the deal? Tightens up. What's going on with you? Is that Holton Hill? All right. Like I said, I want to say O-line to protect Watson, but like I say, that secondary though, it's almost either or, because you got a secondary that giving up big chunks of game that just deflates a fucking defense. You know what I'm saying? If you can fucking get a first down on that secondary at will, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking about them wearing down that defense, getting tired, and as the game progresses, it gets easier and easier to get scored on. You talking about an O-line, that shit. If you motherfucking can't protect your quarterback, you're risking a shit ton of injury, and you're limiting your ability to score. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Both of them are equally important. That's why I'm saying I hope that they can find a way to divide the resources evenly. God damn, all these fucking reporters talking at once. This motherfucker lying about why he left. Talking about you can turn personal and professional, and then he's talking about getting closer to home and getting closer. Why the fuck you come back just a couple of months late? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's how that shit is bullshit. I think Texas let him go and he bust a move. They let him do it on the slick, but because if family was a thing, you only stayed around there fucking 7 months, however long ago, or whatever, and you fucking must not like your family that much, man. But yeah, like I say, I don't know about CJ, man. I don't think so. I hope he retires, honestly, because his fucking brain's gonna be scrambled by the time this shit is all over with, dog. Okay. So yeah, you could tell by what he said. He's gonna definitely do a lot of what O'Brien is gonna request of him, because he's deferred a lot to a lot of these questions. He's basically saying, working with O'Brien. He's mentioned working with O'Brien. So basically just, so yeah. It depends. I think Joseph's going to test the market. If we can get him for cheap, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But somebody might pick him up and pay him a little bit. Somebody might overpay him a little bit. Somebody might fuck around and overpay him a little bit. If you fuck around and go to Jacksonville, we going to beef, though. They pick him up as a backup or some shit. We gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. Cause like I say, it was just some fluke shit that happened. Like, you can't expect all your great pass rushers to go down again. That's the thing you want, is JJ staying healthy. And at this point, it's almost, you don't want to wish negative. Like I said, I told myself I was going to be more positive. I don't want negativity on JJ. So I'm hoping he can come back, be 80% JJ. And 80% JJ is still better than the majority of the motherfuckers in the league, and a very valuable asset. So if you get Clowney playing like he's playing, you get 80% JJ, and Whitney Mercer's going to be fine. That pectoral shit ain't going to it's not going to affect him in that sense at all. Like, that's not going to affect what he does. So I think that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be real interesting when everything comes back. And them boys gonna be hungry. They're gonna want to play bad. So he basically just, like I said, just talking about why he came back and what does he feel that he can, instead of being in an assistant role, that can he really make the changes that he wants to make as a motherfucking me, not just offer suggestions, but actually getting to pull the trigger on some shit. He would like to drop 50 on Jacksonville. Yeah, that's what I say. It's 50-50 because of how good Watson made that line look, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you figure like it's important. It is very important, but you seem like he can work with it. But at the same time, shit, that motherfucker getting his ass smashed, you don't want him to have to suffer those type of hits all the time. So, and that's something you want to keep in mind. And you want to think about the quarterback and how important it is. So you may want to go line first because the quarterback is the most important position, and you got to protect that guy. And like I say, the secondary, if you have that pass rush going, then that can cover up some of that secondary. But you would also like guys who can cover, get you those covered sacks and things like that. Yes, James Harden will be back. So he's talking about getting in the trenches, because that's really where it all starts, is in the trenches, dog. You got to give them dudes a lot of credit, man. You go, like I say, yeah, that fucking line. He's talking about the line and the defense and shit like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, oh shit, when he got hammered against Act. Then he did, but Act is bad after that. But so he's looking for explosive athletes, and then not guys to surround Deshaun with, make plays. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for Jake Harden to come back too. Coverage player. Exactly like Darren. We're going to get Martavius. He said we're going to get Martavius Bryant. That's it. We're going to get MB. Yeah. Because everybody else will start, look, Ariza a gangster, man. Ariza ain't playing no games, dog. He'll take the blame, you know what I'm saying? Real G's moving silence like Lasagna. So he's basically, like I say, just talking about basically getting O'Brien the players he wants and needs and shit like that. Yeah, Ariza ain't tripping on none of that shit. Ariza's not sweating that shit, dog, in the slightest. Yeah, it's time y'all take y'all asses back to school tomorrow. Shit, y'all motherfuckers that had this super extended vacation. This wasn't a dream that Martin Luther King had. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, what do you mean by a bigger roster? You talking about like bigger body guys on there? Man, the NFL is changing now. The NFL is not about that. But it changed. It's a cycle. Because you start getting them quick, fast guys, you know what I'm saying? You start getting more athletic guys, then you start getting, it rotates, and you start bringing back bigger body guys to try to deter shit. But right now, I mean, you look at linebackers now as to how they used to be. Them motherfuckers used to be all jacked up and roided up and shit. Now the motherfuckers is lean, you know what I'm saying, and quick, and they motherfuckers make plays. It's like speed. It's all about speed now, you know what I'm saying? So he's talking about how those deals worked out for the Bills. And, so if that's going to keep him in mind, if they're going to keep that stuff in mind. So we'll see what's up. The Texas player I hate the most. I won't say it's anybody on the roster that I hate. But the one who I was probably most disappointed in this season would definitely have to be probably have to be Kendall Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Let me move you up over here. Yeah. But like of all time, I would blame Shaw, but my thing is, shit, as a player, you don't ever want to come off the field no matter how bad you fucking playing. So that's on Kubiak for not pulling Shaw when he should have, but Shaw definitely whiffed. A lot. Okay. Well, that's basically the press conference. That was quick and fast. So what he did, about 25 minutes. He did about a 20-minute press conference. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. Like I say, basically just a bunch of coach speak, man. Didn't really say anything outstanding. Said everything you would expect him to say. All the right shit. But what I'm getting from what he said is, but what I'm getting from what he's talking about is basically that he's going to work diligently with Bill O'Brien. They're going to work together. They're going to make things happen. And, it's you want cohesion, because we've seen what I guess a rift, two different game plans or two different ideologies trying to work together has happened. And it's still been winning in spite of it. But, when you have two guys on the same team, or you're not the same team, they should be on the same team, but they're on the same page, one or two things is going to happen. You're going to make the right decisions and you're going to excel very quickly, or you're going to both agree on making the wrong fucking decisions. You're going to decline very quickly. You know what I mean? So when you have someone to combat those ideas, when you have someone to kind of bat ideas back and forth off of, you're going to look at other pros and cons that other people may not look at. I mean, just look at conversations that we have simply in here in Sauce Sports, or even with the round table. And make sure y'all check that description box below. And if y'all ain't hit that subscribe button and you watching the stream, man, shame on you. Hit that subscribe button, man. This is the freshest flavor in HTOWN Sports. We talking about it every day. And make sure you're a part of that. Make sure you're a fresh ingredient. Hit that subscribe button. But even in here, we have the same goal, but we have different ideologies or different beliefs as how we want to attain that. What's the Missy Hill? What's the motherfucking deal? But that makes me feel like, some of those things that Bill O'Brien wants to do, which is basically, he wants to be able to get rid of guys on the spot if they not, cooperating, if we're having issues, he wants to have some of that type of leverage going on, some of that Belichick shit. So essentially he's just going to pass the word to Brian, and that's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see how those things go. I think that Watson will have, what's the motherfucking deal? Scrooge, how you doing today, man? You all right? You doing good? We'll say, we're going to, and matter of fact, if y'all ask, we are going to be in the den at the proper time at 4:20. But like I say, watching this shit, it just makes me feel like he's just, he's going to be pretty much a yes man. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm sure he's going to bring a couple of his own ideas to the table, but pretty much feeling like he's just here to, to get Bill what he wants, man. You know what I'm saying? You say, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I say. Yeah, they're gonna do some things to make sure Watson is happy. But at the same time, like I said, these motherfuckers got a lot of pride. They ain't gonna give too much power. You still ain't even played a full season, young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now you over here trying to make demands, player. Hold up, player. You know what I'm saying? How you trying to make demands, player? Already, baby. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, he definitely feels like I say, it's just on some yes man shit. But like I say, you got one or two things that's gonna play. Hey, what's up, Steven Rose? What's the motherfucking deal? Like I say, you just got one or two things that I say is gonna happen with that. When you got two guys in a court, it's like you're either gonna go, you're gonna crash together or you're gonna excel together. So we just, at this point, we just gotta wait and see what the fuck's gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can tell he's an intelligent guy. He said he played football in Maine and shit like that. But some of the shit he said just sounded like some bullshit, because basically he's talking about, I went to Buffalo, to be with my family, and you got I guess a better title there. Go ahead and say that. I went to Buffalo so I could get me a better title, and now I had a better opportunity to come back to Houston, so I'm back. Because if it was about your family, you wouldn't have been there just a matter of months. You know what I'm saying? Not even a full calendar year. So. Also, yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's one of my big issues, dog. Is just, and I hate to think like that, because but you have to. You got to think about it. When Cushion got hurt, those 2 years in a row, you start to feel like, okay, we're going to get hurt again. It's going to be the end of Cushion. You just started almost like that idea. You know what I'm saying? It plants itself in your mind. You know what I mean? And you start thinking like that. And that's what I don't want to think about, because the way just everything toppled and fell apart this year. So I'm trying to go into the off season with hopes of next season, everybody being relatively healthy. Hopefully we can start off the year with a full squad. Like I said, we start off with Will Fuller dinged up. Can you imagine how things would have looked if Fuller would have been healthy the entire year? Even a little early on drama with Jalen Strong, and I feel like Jalen Strong got hosed, man. I think that the league coming back with that bullshit ended up hurting him. So I like Jalen Strong. I mean, he didn't produce a whole lot. He didn't see the field a whole lot. But I like Jalen Strong, and I feel like he might have been he definitely would have thrived if he had the chance to really play with Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that guy that's going to go get up there and get it. You know what I'm saying? That's all we needed for a little jump ball. Go get that bitch, and he's going to go get that, huh? So, man, yeah, that's another issue, too. He's saying they're going to go out and get the pieces, but I don't know what pieces he's really saying. Gaine, like I said, Gaine just basically said what we expected him to say. You know, he didn't say anything off script. He came, he read from his little paper, and they asked him he tossed him a couple little softballs, but just basically what he said, I'm going to work with O'Brien, and I know O'Brien very well. And like I say, every time they asked him something, it's like he kind of deferred or he had to mention something about O'Brien in the comment. Now, I guess that's a good thing to show that, that they're going to be cohesive and try to be in agreement. But it's also an issue because, like I say, that whole yes man thing, it makes me think, like, are you going to bring your own ideas to the table, or are you just really here to execute what O'Brien wishes? And so at this point, it's going to only be speculation. We're just going to have to see. We're just going to have to see. Man, if Case wins the MVP, that would be excellent, dog. That'd be a great fucking story for all the motherfuckers that they be trying to hold down and say you can't do it. And because motherfuckers were knocking Case when he came out. Like I say, he's a little bit smaller guy, but shit, that motherfucker had heart. Case definitely brought some energy to the motherfucking team. Now, it might not have been a bunch of victories, but it was definitely some energy and some excitement. Here's my thing with the Jags fan. Y'all love y'all ain't got nobody kicking flavor for y'all, man. Y'all love this sauce, man. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, because y'all be tuning in like super tough. I love it. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing to me. It just shows that shit. Rather than even care about your own damn team, y'all rather come over here and fuck with that flavor. I must got some good shit going, so I appreciate that. Yeah, no, not at all, man. Not at all. Not at all. You say Gurley? You think Gurley got that action? But I mean, it's this year. Like I say, you just look at it. Look at the teams. Like I say, they got into the playoffs. Look at other than the fucking Patriots, dog. That shit's ridiculous. But you talking about teams that haven't sniffed the playoffs in years. You know what I'm saying? Decades and shit. Multiple teams all getting in this year. So that has to tell you what's really going on with the season. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Whoever takes it takes it. But we know that this is one of those seasons, like how they try to give us the asterisks for the fucking Rockets games, for the fucking shit without Jordan, even though nobody wants to talk about Orlando. Nobody wants to talk about Orlando. But they want to throw that asterisk on, well, if Jordan, fuck Jordan. That's how I feel like this season is, dog, because so much, I'm not even just talking about the Texans, like not on some homer shit. I mean, across the fucking league, man. I mean, some of the best fucking talent went down. I don't like fucking OBJ, but he went down. The fucking whole Giants, their whole fucking receiving core went down. They took a hit. You talk about who was that? Barry went down. You talk about there's just a lot of guys, like motherfuckers just dropping like flies. I mean, across the board. And so it was a lot of talent, a lot of good players not seeing any action this year. You know what I'm saying? So that shit bothers me, man. That bothers me. It is what it is. As a backup QB, man, there's a couple of guys that are interesting. I hear people dropping the Tyrod Taylor thing. Like, I don't see that happening. Because you got to look at him right now. One, even though Buffalo's like they're shading the fuck out of him because their GM talking about, yo, we're still looking for our franchise QB. Man, y'all keep playing with this man's career. Y'all put fucking Peterman in, fucking all that shit like that. I could see him wanting to go somewhere else, but I could see another team giving him a shot at a starting role. So I don't see him wanting to come and be a backup. I'd entertain Fitzpatrick personally. I would. Just because, even as old as he is, he has a little bit of familiarity with O'Brien. But as good as he can be equally as bad, man. I wouldn't mind that, but if you're talking about somebody, coming out of college, I'm not sure, because what you're going to have to worry about is you're still developing Deshaun, young guy. I don't want to bring another really young guy in and then have to deal with a similar situation. I'd rather have a veteran presence. So like I say, it's a couple of guys that you'd have to look at. Yeah, like I say, with Legion of Boom, they got it was just a lot of things, a lot of factors that went into this year that, big names that went down that changed the outcome of games, man. So it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? He signed at the second and third. Like I said, I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Fitz just because of the experience. Having a guy who's been in a part of BOB's program. Outside of that, as a third guy, I really don't know. I'd like somebody a bit more mobile. I know somebody was talking about getting the kid, what's his name, out of Ohio State, but I don't know about that dude. That's like I say, with the working with young talent, because just because he's mobile doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be able to do exactly what Deshaun did. Deshaun's just special. You know what I'm saying? Braxton Miller. And I don't know what Miller's role is going to be next year. I want to see him get some love. He was starting to come on towards the end of the year, even playing with Savage. But I don't know, man. I really, truly, honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure as far as the second and third guys. I really have to see what's out there. Yeah, TJ Barrett, JT or DJ, whatever it is. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. What was that kid? What was his name? JT Taylor, something from the fucking damn it, Home Improvement. I'm finna call that bitch Tool Time. That was the show within the show, Tool Time. I wouldn't go with a young QB as a backup, just in case a situation happens, dog. I'd rather somebody with some experience. You've been seen, even though Savage technically has experience, y'all saw what happened with that. So you want somebody who's done a little bit of, y'all like Bortles, man. Y'all keep Bortles. We don't want that dude. That's y'all's. They finna extend him. They finna go ahead and make him y'all franchise QB. Yeah, and a lot of people say RG3. And I'm gonna be honest, it's just personal bias, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like him as a person. But I guess he still has a skill set that could be utilized. But I'm just not with plugging any fucking mobile guy in there. He can fuck around and get in there and get dinged up in practice himself. You know what I'm saying? Fucking RG3 fragile as fuck. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Are they gonna let Teddy go? Or you think they're gonna let the Vikings gonna let Teddy go? Because I wouldn't be opposed to it. I liked Teddy initially. I thought that they were gonna jump up and go for Teddy initially, but then they waited and the Vikings came around and scooped him. I like Teddy, man. I wouldn't be opposed to Bridgewater at all. He seems like a good kid. Still don't look like he hit puberty yet, but it is what it is. Young looking motherfucker. I'd have absolutely no opposition to that. No. Who said Sanchez? No, hell no. No Sanchez. I know somebody gonna fuck around and say Manziel. No Manziel. Let him go to the CFL. CFL is built for guys like Manziel. That's where he'll thrive. You got plenty of field to play with. You'll be able to do some things there, and I hope he does. I hope he does well. You know what I'm saying? Look, what I feel is gonna happen. Somebody's gonna reach on Lamar Jackson. Somebody's going to reach on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's not Deshaun Watson. I think people are going to be hoping to hit that, and I think people are going to reach on Lamar Jackson. He's good, don't get me wrong. A real athletic guy, real talented kid. But I just don't know about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about him leading a team, a professional team like that. My thing with Kaepernick, like I said, I don't know the situation. We saw how that whole thing. I didn't mind it this year. Like I say, fuck all the politics and everything else. Like I say, because at this point, you can deal with politics and all the fucking losing. That shit sucked. We took double L's. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, because he's already basically came out and said he wasn't going to be doing all that extra shit, and so you don't have to worry about that distraction. I wouldn't be opposed to Kaepernick because, like I say, this year would have been perfect for him. Especially going down. It could have been a win for everybody involved, honestly, because if he could have stuck around, carried us out the rest of the season, and fucking you could have traded him off, maybe depending, you signed him to a 2-year contract or something like that, maybe trade him off at the end of the year. If he does well, you have some kind of asset, you have some kind of value. You're not losing shit. And he brings that same skill set. And I know for a fact that Bill O'Brien likes Colin Kaepernick because, like I said, I've watched some of his QB clinics and things like that. And he mentions Colin Kaepernick all the time, or he did previously before he was a head coach. He mentioned Colin Kaepernick all the time. Geno Smith, no thank you. No thank you. No thank you, not at all. If he goes to the Browns, yeah, he'll end up being a fucking bust, man, because something happens. I don't know what the fuck it is about the city of Cleveland, dog, but that's where your career starts there, it dies there, man. If you can, you know what I'm saying, if you can make it through that rookie contract and get somewhere else, then, definitely go for it. But shit, motherfuckers, like, you know it's got to be something when people are seriously talking about staying in school another year just to hope that they don't get drafted by the fucking Cleveland Browns, man. What's up, man? What's the motherfucking deal? Alex Smith, Gino's brother. Stop. Man, no love for Geno, dog. Not a Geno Smith fan, dog. Man, matter of fact, wasn't it Geno Smith that got into it with the teammate, dog? That's why I really stopped fucking with Geno Smith, because like he had like owed a teammate some money or something, and that motherfucker, like he was like kind of stunting on him about some shit, and old buddy ended up punching him in the mouth. Who was that, man? What's up, Lane? What's the motherfucking deal, Jay Dizzle? You said you explained the Brown situation? Okay, I didn't check that out. Like I said, y'all know I joked out a little bit early. I braved the winter storm 2018 for a fucking Kush did, but we'll knock a Kush did off at the proper time. So, but yeah, man, that linebacker that fucking broke his jaw, that shit there. Like I said, I didn't feel bad for him. Like, dog, don't stun on that man, because it was supposed to be something over like a charity or something, and then like Geno Smith tried to stun on him, dog. Like shit. Mike Vick, no, dog. Mike Vick's done. It's over with for him. Mike Vick is done. He might be done as a fucking commentator already. I'm waiting for Mike Vick. Mike Vick is gonna be the next motherfucker hit with the Me Too shit, dog. Like, I'm just waiting. Like, it's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's next. Mike Vick, the commentator. I ain't trying to wish no ill nothing on him, but we know already that Mike Vick had a past. If he had a past with the fucking dogs, trust me. He had a pass with bitches, dog. He had a pass with them fucking bitches, and it's gonna be a one that's gonna come from the fucking woodworks, probably like from his senior year of high school type shit. Michael was so disrespectful to me. I didn't feel comfortable in his presence. # me too. And that's what the fuck gonna have. It's gonna be over for Mike Vick, dog. It's gonna be a wrap for Mike Vick, dog. I'm telling you. If they hit Marshall Faulk and Irvin and all them dudes with that shit, Mike Vick has a Me Too waiting on him, dog. He's got one, dog. So you say most women bigger than that man? Man, I saw Aziz Ansari, dog. And then the fucked up thing about, man, look. That's what we're going to talk about in the Kush Den. We ain't going to jump all the way off. We're going to talk about some of that Me Too shit, because actually that's the title I was going to do at the Kush Den, Can Men and Women Be Friends? That's the video I was going to do when I put the fucking thumbnail up. I was just finishing it up. So we're going to talk about some of that shit in the Kush Den, dog, because Aziz Ansari, dog, like, I read the story about that shit. And honestly, the shit seemed like a fucking regular date, and she was just unhappy that it didn't go like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. So we gonna talk about, Mike Vick talking about, Colin needs to cut his hair. Nigga, you had fucking braids, dog. Like, what are you talking about? Stop, dog. Just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, when you trying to suggest motherfuckers do the right thing, but then, there's the right thing, and then there's the completely going against the protocol, dog. You know what I'm saying? You can't have done this type of shit and then be like, well, he shouldn't do this, and he shouldn't be like, well, you know what? I did these things, and maybe it would have worked out better for me if I'd have done this, this, and this. It's a suggestion, but that's not guaranteed. But he needs to go out, he needs to cut his hair. Like, fuck all that shit, dog. Like, that shit, that's that coon shit, dog. I'm not with that shit, dog. But you know what I'm saying? So I don't believe it either. Like, it's one lady, one fucking. But like, this is what I'm saying. How hard is it, man? Look, we gonna save this shit for the fucking Kush Den. So if you're not a part of that Kush Den, make sure you subscribe to the Kush Den. We're gonna do that shit at the right time. We'll do that 4:20 Central Time. So if you're not a part of the Kush Den, make sure you make sure y'all talk about that. I mean, make sure y'all subscribe to that, because we gonna talk about the rest of this and those accusations and things. But. So, for anybody else who saw it, how do y'all feeling? How do y'all, McNabb too, ain't that a bitch? Donovan McGrab. So how do y'all feel, man, after this presser, if y'all saw it? I mean, does it make you feel any different than what you expected? Or are you feeling like basically the same intentions that you had coming into this You know, the press conference, even some of y'all ain't probably not even knew about the press conference, but does it give you any different feel than what you already had about Brian Gaine or anything that we've been talking about in the last few weeks? Yeah. I don't know. Like I say Eggs home, 44 Garden City. Yeah, we're going to have to work on that line, a lot of stuff. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I see the Jags fan, but they seem like they've been being all right. They ain't been being too crazy unless I done missed something. So, you know, like I say, I know I'm cool. As long as motherfuckers is cool and they ain't talking too crazy, you know, it won't be no issue. We actually do have some Titans fans who come through here, and we had a Colts fan, I think, once. I don't know. We've had a couple of Titans fans come through here. Some of them cool. Titans Up is cool in the motherfucker. And it's one or two other Titans fans that have come through here, not necessarily consistently, but the only one who comes through here is fucking that trolls is Zach. But this Titans is whack. That motherfucker ain't came back since the other day. We haven't seen Zach 86 in a while. I'm sure he'll pop up sometime soon. Yeah, them Dallas fans, they was mad about the slushy video. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Kershey, and that's a good point, man. That's a good point. That's a very good point. You know, they haven't been there in a while. He went up there. Now, not necessarily saying that he was the reason that they made the playoffs, but that might be some good vibes, you know. I'm trying my best not to be too negative because, like I said, I like Bill O'Brien. Like, that's my thing. I like Bill O'Brien. I'm not with the whole he can't coach. He's made some poor game management decisions, but let's look at the games. Like, we're talking about veteran guys who done been to the big game still make those fucking decisions. That shit just doesn't go away. Look, Tomlin fucking makes bad fucking decisions. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, what was that, going for the onside? Fucking, the Saints. Bad decisions, dog. Like, come on. So, like, we can be, oh, well, he should have did this or he should have ran this. Man, every fucking coach does that, dog. You can win a fucking Super Bowl and that shit ain't gonna go away because you see they still fucking do it. So, like, I hear y'all on that. I understand that. But that does not make a motherfucker a bad coach, because if that play would have worked, you never talk about it, you never think about it, you just think it's part of the normal game flow. It doesn't cause any static in the system. It gets you the outcome you want, and you'll never complain about it. That was a great play call. But shit, it could be the same situation and it just doesn't work that time, then it's a horrible play call. That's why I'm not always just on it. Oh, this was man, shit can happen any kind of motherfucking way. Motherfuckers can make great plays, dog. Like, anything can fucking happen. So I'm not gonna be on it just, oh, he's an awful play caller, he's this, and this. The same guy that, brought you all the 9-7 winning season with trash quarterbacks, the same guy that brought you this season here is the same guy that had the most prolific offense in the motherfucking National Football League with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson didn't just come in and just score fucking 30 points a game on his own. You know what I'm saying? There was coaching involved. There is, like I say, you know, some of those plays, he made some excellent things happen, but shit, he had to be in a position to make those things happen. Like I say, he could be like Kaiser or something from the fucking Browns. It could be anything, dog. Like I say, you just got to have a coach who's willing to work with you. It's a collaborative effort, man. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, the dude's awful, he's horrible, we need to get rid of him. I was talking with somebody on Twitter the other day, and they were talking about, oh, that's what we should have got rid of Bill O'Brien last year. Why? Why would you do that? He got you to the second round with 17. He got you fucking had a competitive game. You know, unfortunately, it didn't fall in. Like, why? Like, how is that logic? Yeah, now in hindsight, we wouldn't have had a 4-12 season if we. But yeah, you know that now that the season's fucking over with. Nobody fucking thought. You don't fire a coach unless you're the fucking Titans coming off the fucking playoff. I mean, going into the fucking playoffs, dog. Like, the Titans, I don't understand. Like I say, I haven't been in years, and then y'all gonna fire for a coach when y'all finally do get back in there. But that shit's ridiculous, and go for it. I hope they do take Vrabel and everything else, but it's ridiculous, man. It's crazy, dog. Yeah, they did. That was some whole ass shit. That's why I say they're going to suffer for that, though, for doing the malarkey the way they did. They're going to suffer for that because they feel like, look, this is what I'm saying. This is what you want to talk about, because Mariota won a Heisman, didn't he? And, you know, everybody has all this, oh, Mariota could do this, and this. Well, you put a coach with him, if it doesn't show that skill set, if he's not able to expand upon that skill set, then you get what you got this year. You had more fucking interceptions than fucking touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. And this is your Heisman guy. This is the guy, he has a similar skill set to Watson. You know what I mean? But it's not all that. Part of it is coaching and say, okay, let me cater to my player skill set, not try to cram him into my scheme. You know, Bill O'Brien could have easily done that, and Watson may not have looked as good as we expected him to. You know what I'm saying? They could have looked like what we saw in the fucking preseason. We know how to look. Let's be honest, man. Let's all be honest. Let's stop for a second. Let's be honest, all right? Let's be honest. And I don't think I did the roll call in the beginning of the stream, so my bad. Let's get that roll call action going right now. So shout out where you're from. If you're not from Houston, man, shout out your city, shout out your town, your state, whatever you represent. If you are from the city, make sure you shout out your side so I can show you some love. But look at how everybody thought about Watson in them first couple of preseason games. And be honest with yourself. Nobody thought Deshaun Watson would do what he did in the 6.5 games that he played. Nobody. We saw potential for greatness. You know, we would say, like, even though some of that shit looked good, it still brought a air of excitement to the Texans uniform that we had never seen before. But nobody thought that he was going to do what he did. We thought that, okay, Deshaun Watson's going to come in, he's going to be solid, he's going to get that offense moving, our defense is going to be there to keep motherfuckers from scoring, we're going to be all right. That's what we were thinking. We didn't think that Deshaun was going to come in, our defense was going to die, and Deshaun was just going to ball out and make motherfuckers like have to compete. He was just going to fucking set the fucking league on fire. We thought that he would be good, man, but we didn't think he was going to stay like, okay, Montgomery Lake Conroe. Yeah, he played like trash in the preseason. Already Colorado Acres home, frozen Atlanta. Whoo, man, I don't even like them. I don't want to talk about no cold shit. Amarillo cool in the motherfucker. I kicked it in Amarillo for a little bit. Trying to get a job out in fucking Borg, but they wouldn't let me in the plant because of my background shit. Stop with that Jacksonville. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny about that Jacksonville shit. You said Tigers fans knew. I know y'all believed it. Cairo in the mix. Southern Illinois, okay. H-Town, Dallas. No, I'm not saying that. Say Wichita, Kansas already 34 is the magic number. You know 34 is the H-Town number, dog. Like shit. All the greats wore 34. Israel, okay, shout out to Israel, man. So y'all know Cat Williams has a new special on Netflix, right? Can you believe where this motherfucker recorded that bitch? That's how you know Cat Williams doing bad. Guess where this motherfucker recorded his Netflix special, dog? Third War. Shout out to the Trey, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dabo's the smartest man on earth. I don't care what nobody say. Dabo Sweetie is the smartest man on the fucking planet, dog. Because nobody was believing that fucking shit. Not no NFL scouts, no none of that shit. You talk about a motherfucker that will change your franchise, dog. Port Arthur, PAT already. Cypress in the mix, Conroe in the mix. Jacksonville. Yeah, that motherfucker Cat Williams recorded that bitch in Jacksonville, dog. I'm like, yo, raggedy bastard. I ain't even want to watch it. I was like, what's up, Jacksonville? Oh, goodbye, Cat. I don't even want to hear that shit. That's how bad I am about these fucking playoffs and all this bullshit. I don't even want to hear the motherfucking word. Jackson. Absolutely, man. Yeah, we can definitely make that shit shake, man. Shit. Let me see. Like I said, I got Wing Wednesday today. I got Ray Thursday tomorrow. Man, but maybe man up we can link up for they got a game on Saturday. I don't think I got shit scheduled on Saturday, so maybe we can do a Rockets game on Saturday, man. The Row. Yeah, I saw somebody call it the Row, man. Look, what's up with this, the Row, man? Look, y'all better stop with that shit. Y'all know Cairo ain't got no hood. Y'all can't have no hood nicknames, man. Talk about the Row. Boy, if y'all don't stop. You know everybody motherfuckers be coming up with names for their shit. Next year, y'all gonna be calling that whole Death Row, R-O-E and shit. It's gonna take one person gonna fuck around and die. They go, oh yeah, you know this Death Row, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to come out here, Conroe player. You know what I'm saying? Death Row in this thing. Friday I might have something going with Jose Friday. I got to double check on that for sure. But I might be on that. I have to see exactly. I'm gonna double check that schedule and we'll see what it is. Yeah, I'm not giving Jags no props. What's the motherfucking deal, Steve? Yeah, that's what I say, man. I just can't do it. Fuck that, dog. Fourth place schedule, worst fucking NFL season that has been happening in a long. I'm a hate. Fuck it. Call me a hater. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. I don't care who they beat. I don't care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit, dog. yeah, I could. Yeah, that was that fucking Phillips. But here's the whole shit about it, dog. Spent a bunch of money and all that shit trying to get up in there and all. I had a bunch of shit because, like I said, I already had some shit going on. Like I said, I'm trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And man, I got up in that bitch, dog. The company I was working for, they were like, cool, yeah, you know, we'll get you on. You make sure you get up there tomorrow. I got up there to go do my site specifics, dog, and they're like, no, we don't got you on the thing. I go talk to my foreman and shit. He trying to figure out what's going on, you know. Get up in there, And then the company calls, oh man, I forgot to call you last night and tell you, your background came back, whoop-de-whoop. And so they won't let you. I was like, ain't this some hoe shit, dog? Like, it's a fucking 10-hour drive, dog. That shit was awful. Like, that shit was not what's up. So it is what it is, man. Hey, wasn't tripping. But I had to catch a flight when I got up out of there. I had to go through Amarillo. And so it was cool, though. Amarillo was super cool, man. I'm not going for anybody. I'm hoping that the whole fucking field just explodes in a forfeit. But in reality, if I have to go for anybody, I'll go for the Pats. And you'll never hear me say that ever again. Never, ever hear me say that again. I'm say 19-0. You have 49 touchdowns, 1,000 rushing yards. Shit, he might fuck around and have 1,000 rushing yards. You never fucking know, dog. You never motherfucking know. You say Scrooston Fridays. Shit, we can make it shake. Look, like, we just look. All we got to do, I'm going to fill all the days out. That way, you know what I'm saying? We can always have some good conversation. Because, I don't want to become like one of them fucking talking heads, just be hearing myself talking, all that other shit. So, man, you been subscribed, though. You been loving the flavor, man. It's all good. You been loving the sauce, and that's okay. Just say, man, look, I hate your team, but I love the sauce. Admit it, man. Because you love that flavor. I ain't mad at you, dog. You be in here more than some of the damn Texas fans, so it's all good. Man, so I don't know. But trust me, yeah. Oh man. Oh, the shit talking train gonna start back up next season. And when we play Dallas, y'all know, trust me, I'm going all that whole week. I'm going in, dog. I'm going all the way in, dog. Yeah, I'm rooting for Case too. You know what I'm saying? U of H. You know what I'm saying? Go Cougs. I don't know. Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I'm trying to see. Let me see something. Because sometimes, like I said, it'll say that shit be spammy or whatever. But I try to take all that little extra shit off, man, because I don't care about the that Billy O got the new yes man. But like I said, I don't be like a rocket. Elijah One, King. Already, man. Raymond, I appreciate the sub. I'm gonna have to figure it out, man. 'Cause I don't know why they're not popping up, because they should. I don't know if they're getting retracted, or I'm trying to scroll back and see if anything like that popped up. That's another thing that I'm curious about. That, with a lot of these coaching changes going on, I'd like to see Wes, maybe get elevated, maybe get a little boost. We'll see. Like we just was that the guy we just got, the special teams coach, Sweeney, something like that, from he was with the Pats for a while, but he was with the Raiders, and then with the Pats before that. Now they talking about Tariq Black as the Rocket that approached Cliff. Man, look. He said whatever was a pro was not okay. So I'm gonna have to look at that. We'll talk about that on a later stream tonight. So we'll talk about that on Wing Wednesday. Some of that Rockets drama that's going on, man. Man, do not make me the backup QB. Nothing. Y'all not gonna be talking about me the way y'all fucking talk about Savage, man. oh yeah, Scrooston. All right. I'm just saying, man. Look, I'm defense only, man. I can't play no motherfucking offense. Look, y'all gonna be talking about me bad. Look, you talking about y'all thought Savage was looking awful out there. But yeah, man, appreciate that. So like I say, before we get this hour mark here, we've been in here for some change, man. I ain't gonna take up all your time. But I will be sliding in the den here in a little bit if y'all fuck with the Kush Den, probably about 4:20. We're going to talk about some interesting stuff. We'll talk about some of the NFL accusations with this Me Too movement. We'll talk about that Aziz shit. We're going to talk about a bunch of shit. Yeah, you got to roll that old footage, man. That shit is old. We talk about that shit damn near 15 years old. That shit damn near older than some of y'all motherfuckers who be fucking with the flavor, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. I'm going to change this shit to the Eddie McRae show. I'm going to change the name, man. But yeah, we'll talk about some of that shit. I'm gonna try to find them old fight pictures, dog. If I can find some of them hoes, dog, it's very interesting. But no, not about the Rock from that old Hawaii shit. But yeah, there's a bunch of news. There's a bunch of Rocket shit going on. It's a bunch of other little shit going on. Like I said, the Texans picking up some new coaches. There might be another guy they say is supposed to be in the mix. I think they're supposed to be Finding, I think Vrabel's supposed to go today to Tennessee because of the weather. So the weather slowed him down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you say he's sitting in the work truck cooling already. So I'm saying, look, I talk Clowney the game before my knees got bad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, stop it, dog. Stop it, Jax, man. I know you'd like to troll. I know your goal is the troll goal. But Ariza, yeah, trust me. There wasn't nobody on that motherfucking squad that wanted it with Ariza. Beverly would have hopped out there. Rivers would have hopped out there. They'd have both got that work, and then they'd have been crying to him, but I'm injured, man. Well, you beat me up because I'm injured. But the motherfuckers still bumping their motherfucking gums. Not finna do a mother. Boy, look, Beverly, look, I kick you in your kneecap, boy. You better back the fuck up off me, man. All right, look, hey, shit, that ain't dirty, man. Look, that's the art of war, man. You gotta finesse. You gotta send a motherfucker. You gotta send a distraction, man. Look, I'm telling you. Cause shit, you never been in some shit. Motherfuckers be hey, we ain't finna get it. That's some shit we'll have to talk about. We have to talk about that type of stuff in the Kush deal, man. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm actually hoping he does go to Tennessee, man, because that gives us Cornell back at defensive coordinator, and I feel like shit. Even though he always been with us, it feels like it's an upgrade in that situation. So we'll see what's shaking. We'll see what's shaking. But with that being said, man, I'm going to slide up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all slide by that StaySaucy.com. Check out some of that fresh sauce merch. We will be doing our usual Wink Wednesday tonight, so we're going to be in the mix with Wink tonight. I expect y'all to be there. We're going to go slide in the Kush Den. Like I say, talk real crazy. You know, it's always free-range conversation. Even if you don't partake, man, you're more than welcome. Most of the people at the Kush Den don't partake, so it's all good. It's just good conversation. Like I say, we talk about things going on in the world and whatever's on y'all mind. Alrighty, Steve J, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody following through. But with that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'll catch y'all in probably about 15 minutes of the Kush deal. With that being said, if y'all don't know how to get there, description box below. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Texans Tubers, man. Y'all ain't got no excuse, like I say, because these guys are on all the time. The round table is here. Y'all hit that description box, man. There's plenty of links, plenty of good shit for you to check out. Always keep you satisfied with that real Houston sports talk, that real Texans talk. You know what I'm saying? You go fuck with the other flavors too, man, because it's all good sauce. So with that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'm out. Y'all stay saucy. I'll catch you in the Kush deal.